Impact of projected 30% increase in naval power projection capabilities across the Pacific and Indian Oceans by 2025. Date: January 24, 2025. Summary: a projected 30% increase in naval power projection capabilities across the Pacific and Indian Oceans by 2025 has profound implications for defense trade and maritime security, primarily influenced by the ongoing geopolitical rivalry between the United States and China. Historical context: the Indo-Pacific region has evolved significantly over the years, transitioning from a mere trade hub to a pivotal center of military power and strategic competition. The term Indo-Pacific gained prominence in the early 2000s, highlighting the region's growing geopolitical significance. Historically, the region's vast waterways facilitated trade and cultural exchanges, but recent decades have seen an intensification of military activities and geopolitical rivalries. Recent developments. In the post-2000 era, the United States has pursued a strategy of maintaining its influence through the establishment of the Indo-Pacific Command and the strengthening of alliances with regional partners. Concurrently, China has expanded its maritime capabilities and asserted its interests, notably through initiatives like the Belt and Road Initiative (BRI) and its militarization of the South China Sea. The ongoing rivalry has been characterized by naval exercises, diplomatic engagements, and military advancements from both powers. By 2025, experts predict a substantial increase in naval power projection capabilities, which will likely escalate tensions and competition in the region. Future projections. Looking further ahead, the Indo-Pacific region is expected to face intensified naval competition by 2040, with unresolved territorial disputes likely exacerbating tensions, particularly around critical chokepoints such as the Strait of Malacca and the South China Sea. The strategic importance of these waterways cannot be overstated, as they facilitate a significant portion of global trade. Key points and themes. 1. Theoretical framework. Alfred Thayer Mahan's theory of sea power emphasizes the critical role of naval strength in securing national interests and exerting influence. Mahan argued that control of maritime routes and a formidable navy are essential for national security. 2. Regional cooperation. In response to shared maritime security concerns, mechanisms like the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue (Quad) and ASEAN-led initiatives have emerged. These frameworks aim to promote collaboration among nations such as the U.S., Japan, India, and Australia to counterbalance China's growing influence. 3. Complex security challenges. The region faces a dual spectrum of traditional military threats and non-traditional security challenges, including cybersecurity risks, maritime piracy, and environmental issues stemming from climate change. Rising sea levels threaten coastal infrastructure and heighten resource competition, potentially leading to conflicts. 4. Technological advancements. The integration of emerging technologies, such as artificial intelligence (AI) and unmanned systems, has transformed naval operations. However, these advancements also introduce cybersecurity vulnerabilities, necessitating robust defense mechanisms to protect maritime infrastructure. Commonalities and differences. While various sources emphasize the importance of naval power and strategic partnerships for enhancing maritime security, they differ in focus. Some highlight the U.S. strategy of counterbalancing China's growth, while others stress the necessity of multilateral cooperation and regional stability. The nuances in addressing specific disputes, such as those in the South China Sea and India-China border tensions, reflect varying perspectives on the implications of these conflicts. Conclusion. The projected increase in naval power projection capabilities by 2025 signifies a transformative phase for the Indo-Pacific region, characterized by heightened strategic competition and the urgent need for robust maritime security frameworks. As nations navigate these complexities, fostering cooperation and adapting to emerging challenges will be essential for ensuring stability and safeguarding maritime interests in an increasingly contested geopolitical landscape. Implications for defense trade and maritime security. 1. Defense. The anticipated naval enhancements will likely lead to increased defense spending and military modernization efforts among regional powers. Countries may pursue advanced naval technologies, enhancing their deterrence capabilities and readiness for potential conflicts. 2. Trade. The strategic importance of maritime routes means that disruptions due to heightened military activities could impact global trade flows. Ensuring freedom of navigation will be critical for maintaining economic stability in the region. 3. Maritime security. Collaborative efforts among regional nations to address piracy, illegal fishing, and environmental degradation will be crucial. Strengthening maritime security frameworks through joint exercises and intelligence sharing can enhance collective resilience against emerging maritime threats. Recommendations for future action. Strengthening alliances. Regional nations should prioritize the strengthening of existing alliances and the establishment of new partnerships to enhance collective security efforts. This includes deepening ties with non-traditional partners and engaging in multilateral dialogues. Investment in technology. Nations must invest in advanced maritime technologies while simultaneously addressing cybersecurity vulnerabilities. A robust cybersecurity framework is essential to protect critical maritime infrastructure against potential cyber threats. Sustainable practices. Collaborative efforts should focus on sustainable maritime practices to address environmental challenges. Countries can work together on initiatives aimed at protecting marine ecosystems and managing resources responsibly. Diplomatic engagement. Continuous diplomatic engagement among regional powers is vital for mitigating tensions and resolving disputes peacefully. Confidence-building measures such as joint naval exercises and dialogue platforms can help foster trust and cooperation. This comprehensive assessment underscores the need for proactive measures to navigate the complexities of maritime security in the Indo-Pacific region and to ensure a stable, secure, and prosperous future for all stakeholders involved. The projected 30% increase in naval power projection capabilities across the Pacific and Indian Oceans by 2025 highlights several counterintuitive elements that may challenge conventional wisdom regarding maritime security, geopolitical dynamics, and international relations. 1. Strengthening of regional security through competition. While the increase in naval power projection is often perceived as a direct threat leading to heightened tensions and potential conflict, it can also lead to enhanced regional security through an unexpected cooperative dynamic. As nations bolster their naval capabilities, it may prompt neighboring countries to strengthen their alliances and partnerships, leading to a more robust collective security framework. This cooperation may counterbalance aggressive actions by any single nation and stabilize the maritime environment more effectively than unilateral actions. 2. Economic growth amidst militarization. The assumption that increased military capabilities lead to economic downturns or instability is contradicted in this context. Enhanced naval power can facilitate secure maritime trade routes, thus promoting economic growth for all nations involved. As countries improve their naval capabilities, they may also increase their trade security and attract more investment in maritime industries, leading to a paradox where military enhancements contribute positively to economic development rather than detracting from it. 3. Environmental challenges as a security focus. Traditionally, military expansion in maritime domains is viewed as a response to geopolitical threats. However, the increasing recognition of climate change and environmental degradation as significant security threats suggests that a portion of naval power enhancements may be oriented towards addressing non-traditional security challenges. This shift could encourage collaboration on environmental issues rather than solely on military confrontations, leading to cooperative efforts in areas like disaster response and maritime resource management. 4. Technological advancements and cybersecurity vulnerabilities. There is an expectation that technological advancements in naval capabilities will universally enhance security. However, these advancements also introduce new vulnerabilities, particularly in cybersecurity. The reliance on complex systems creates a duality where increased capabilities can lead to greater risks of cyber attacks. potentially undermining the very security these technologies are meant to provide. This counterintuitive relationship requires a re-evaluation of how nations approach technological integration within their naval strategies. 5. Potential for miscalculation and accidental conflict. The intuition might be that more naval power means more control over maritime territories. However, the reality is that the increased presence of naval forces can lead to higher risks of miscalculation and accidental conflicts. The more ships there are in contested waters, the greater the chance of confrontations that could spiral out of control, creating a paradox where increased military capability may inadvertently lead to instability rather than security. 6. Perception versus reality in power dynamics. The idea that military strength directly correlates with geopolitical influence is challenged by the nuanced reality that soft-power diplomatic engagement and economic ties can often yield more significant strategic outcomes. Countries with formidable naval capabilities may find their influence wanes if they fail to engage in constructive diplomacy, demonstrating that the projection of naval power does not automatically translate to greater geopolitical dominance. 7. Regional disputes and collective action. The expectation might be that regional disputes will escalate with increased naval capabilities. However, these tensions may paradoxically encourage collective action among affected states to negotiate and resolve disputes peacefully. Instead of leading directly to conflict, the presence of more naval resources could compel nations to seek diplomatic resolutions to avoid escalation, illustrating a potential shift from militarization to negotiation. In conclusion, the projected increase in naval power projection capabilities across the Pacific and Indian Oceans by 2025 reveals complex dynamics where traditional assumptions about military enhancement, security, economic growth, and regional cooperation may not hold true. These counterintuitive outcomes highlight the need for a nuanced understanding of maritime security and the importance of fostering diplomatic relationships alongside military readiness. The projected 30% increase in naval power projection capabilities across the Pacific and Indian Oceans by 2025 is a significant development that will have far-reaching implications for multiple sectors: defense, trade, and maritime security. Within this context, certain content in the report may be overlooked by many, yet it is crucial for understanding the complexities of the geopolitical landscape and the potential challenges that lie ahead. 1. Emerging non-traditional security challenges. The report emphasizes that alongside traditional military threats, the Indo-Pacific region faces a myriad of non-traditional security challenges such as cybersecurity risks, maritime piracy, and environmental issues. While military buildup and territorial disputes garner significant attention, the increasing vulnerability of maritime infrastructure to cyber threats is often underestimated. Significance: the integration of advanced technology in naval operations introduces new vulnerabilities that adversaries could exploit. Cyberattacks can disrupt navigation systems, communication networks, and critical maritime operations, leading to significant operational setbacks. Understanding and addressing these vulnerabilities is essential for maintaining maritime security and operational readiness. 2. Technological advancements and their implications. The report highlights the integration of emerging technologies like AI and unmanned systems in naval operations. While many may focus on the benefits of enhanced surveillance and operational capabilities, the accompanying increase in cybersecurity vulnerabilities is a critical aspect that warrants attention. Significance: the reliance on advanced interconnected systems exposes naval operations to cyber threats which can compromise maritime security. As states race to modernize their navies with cutting-edge technologies, they must also invest in robust cybersecurity measures to protect these systems. This dual focus on technological advancement and cybersecurity is vital for effective naval power projection. 3. Environmental challenges as security threats. The report discusses environmental challenges including climate change impacts like rising sea levels and extreme weather events as significant security concerns. While many may view these issues as peripheral to traditional security discussions, their implications are profound and multifaceted. Significance: environmental degradation can exacerbate resource competition, leading to conflicts over maritime resources like fisheries and hydrocarbons. Additionally, the vulnerability of coastal infrastructure to climate change can undermine national security as damaged ports and naval bases hinder operational capabilities. Recognizing the intersection of environmental issues with traditional security concepts is essential for developing comprehensive security strategies. 4. Regional cooperation mechanisms. The report outlines various regional cooperation frameworks such as the Quad and ASEAN-led initiatives. However, the effectiveness of these frameworks in addressing shared maritime security challenges is often underappreciated. Significance: multilateral cooperation can provide critical pathways for conflict resolution and capacity building among regional stakeholders. As tensions rise, the ability of nations to collaborate effectively in addressing common threats, be they traditional or non-traditional, will be pivotal in maintaining stability. Acknowledging the importance of these cooperative mechanisms can foster a collaborative approach to security in the Indo-Pacific. 5. Implications of historical context on future dynamics. The historical context provided in the report lays the groundwork for understanding contemporary dynamics, yet its significance may not be fully appreciated. Historical grievances and power dynamics shape current territorial disputes and regional relationships. Significance: the legacy of colonialism and historical conflicts influences current territorial claims and national identities, complicating conflict resolution and diplomacy. A nuanced understanding of these historical factors is essential for policymakers and strategists to navigate the intricate landscape of Indo-Pacific security effectively. 6. The role of emerging powers. The report emphasizes the roles of established powers like the U.S. and China, but may overlook the growing influence of emerging powers in the region such as India and ASEAN member states. Significance: as nations like India assert their maritime interests and expand their naval capabilities, their roles in regional security dynamics will become increasingly significant. The interactions between traditional powers and emerging players will shape the future of maritime security, making it crucial to consider the perspectives and strategies of these emerging powers in security discussions. 7. Geopolitical flashpoints and potential for miscalculation. The report touches upon geopolitical flashpoints such as the South China Sea and Taiwan Strait, but may not adequately address the potential for miscalculation among major powers. Significance: the presence of multiple naval forces in contested waters raises the risk of misunderstandings and unintended escalations. The potential for miscalculation in high-stakes environments, especially with advanced military capabilities at play, poses significant risks to regional stability. Recognizing and mitigating these risks through diplomatic channels and confidence-building measures is vital to avoid conflict. Conclusion: the projected increase in naval power projection capabilities in the Indo-Pacific region by 2025 has significant implications, yet it is essential to consider the nuanced factors that accompany this shift. Emerging non-traditional security challenges, technological vulnerabilities, environmental issues, historical contexts. The roles of emerging powers and the potential for miscalculation all play crucial roles in shaping the future of maritime security. A holistic understanding of these elements will be pivotal for policymakers and strategists as they navigate the complex geopolitical landscape of the Indo-Pacific. 1. Geopolitical dynamics and naval power projection. The projected 30% increase in naval power projection capabilities across the Pacific and Indian Oceans by 2025 represents a significant shift in the geopolitical landscape. This enhancement is primarily influenced by the ongoing rivalry between the United States and China, with both nations attempting to assert their dominance in strategic maritime regions. The historical context highlights how the Indo-Pacific has evolved into a focal point not only for trade but also for military power. With both countries seeking to control vital sea routes and chokepoints such as the Strait of Malacca and the South China Sea. This element of naval power projection underscores the importance of maritime strength and national security as articulated in Alfred Thayer Mahan's theory, which posits that control over the seas is essential for global influence. 2. Regional security challenges and cooperation mechanisms. The Indo-Pacific region faces a multitude of security challenges, including traditional military threats, territorial disputes, and non-traditional issues such as cyber threats and environmental degradation. The existence of unresolved territorial claims, particularly in the South China Sea and the East China Sea, exacerbates tensions and complicates regional stability. In response, regional cooperation frameworks like the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue Quad and ASEAN-led initiatives have emerged to foster collaboration among nations such as the U.S., Japan, India, and Australia. These mechanisms aim to address common maritime security concerns and promote a rules-based international order, highlighting the critical role of multilateral engagement in managing regional complexities. 3. Emerging technologies and cybersecurity risks. The integration of emerging technologies, including artificial intelligence (AI) and unmanned systems, is reshaping naval operations and strategies in the Indo-Pacific. While these advancements enhance operational capabilities and situational awareness, they also introduce significant cybersecurity vulnerabilities. The reliance on interconnected systems makes maritime infrastructure susceptible to cyber attacks, which could compromise national security and maritime operations. The dual nature of technological advancements, providing both opportunities for enhanced security and risks of cyber threats, necessitates robust defense mechanisms to protect critical maritime assets, emphasizing the need for a comprehensive approach to cybersecurity in the maritime domain. 4. Environmental challenges and climate change. Environmental factors, particularly climate change, are emerging as critical components of maritime security in the Indo-Pacific. Rising sea levels, extreme weather events, and resource competition due to environmental degradation pose significant threats to coastal infrastructure and stability. These challenges not only affect traditional security paradigms but also contribute to non-traditional security issues such as increased piracy and illegal fishing. The need for collaborative efforts to address these environmental challenges is paramount as they transcend national boundaries and require collective action among regional states. By fostering cooperation on climate resilience and sustainable resource management, nations can enhance regional stability while addressing the pressing environmental issues that jeopardize maritime security. In-depth analysis of these points reveals the intricate interplay between military capabilities, geopolitical rivalries, technological advancements, and environmental challenges, shaping the future of maritime security in the Indo-Pacific region. 1. The Cold War naval arms race 1947 to 1991. The Cold War period saw an intense naval arms race between the United States and the Soviet Union, leading to significant developments in naval power projection capabilities. Both superpowers invested heavily in their navies, enhancing their ability to project power across the world's oceans. This included the development of aircraft carriers, submarines, and advanced naval technologies, reflecting the strategic importance of maritime dominance in global geopolitics. The rivalry influenced maritime security, trade routes, and regional conflicts, particularly in areas like the Caribbean and the South China Sea, where naval presence was crucial for asserting influence and deterring adversaries. 2. The Suez Crisis 1956. The Suez Crisis exemplified the geopolitical significance of maritime chokepoints and naval power in international relations. Following Egypt's nationalization of the Suez Canal, Britain, France, and Israel launched a military intervention to regain control. This conflict highlighted the critical role of maritime trade and the strategic importance of the canal as a transit route for oil and goods. The crisis not only showcased the impact of naval capabilities on geopolitical outcomes but also marked a shift in global power dynamics, signaling the decline of European colonial influence and the rise of American and Soviet involvement in the region. 3. The Falklands War in 1982. The Falklands War between Argentina and the United Kingdom underscored the relevance of naval power projection capabilities in modern warfare. The UK's successful deployment of naval forces to reclaim the Falkland Islands demonstrated the critical role of maritime strength in achieving strategic objectives. The conflict involved significant naval engagements, including the use of aircraft carriers and submarines, and highlighted the challenges and complexities of modern naval warfare. The war impacted defense policies and military strategies in both countries and emphasized the importance of naval capabilities in the context of territorial disputes and national sovereignty. Future outlook: naval power projection in the Indo-Pacific 2025 to 2040. The anticipated 30% increase in naval power projection capabilities across the Pacific and Indian Oceans by 2025 is poised to reshape the geopolitical landscape and significantly influence defense trade in maritime security sectors. As we look toward 2040, several key trends and predictions can be identified. 1. Heightened naval competition. The rivalry between the United States and China is expected to intensify, with both nations expanding their naval fleets and capabilities. This escalation will focus on advanced technologies such as unmanned systems, cyber warfare capabilities, and AI-driven naval strategies. The South China Sea will remain a flashpoint, with ongoing territorial disputes leading to increased military posturing and potential confrontations. 2. Regional alliances and partnerships. In response to rising tensions, regional powers will likely strengthen existing alliances and form new partnerships to counterbalance China's influence. Initiatives like the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue (Quad) and trilateral agreements between the U.S., Japan, and India will become more prominent, focusing on collective maritime security and interoperability among naval forces. The inclusion of European nations and other emerging powers will broaden the coalition against potential aggressors. 3. Technological advancements and cybersecurity. The integration of advanced technologies will transform naval operations, enhancing situational awareness and operational effectiveness. However, with increased reliance on digital systems, vulnerabilities to cyberattacks will rise. Nations must invest in robust cybersecurity measures to protect maritime infrastructure and ensure the integrity of naval operations. 4. Environmental challenges and security. Climate change will emerge as a critical factor influencing maritime security. Rising sea levels, extreme weather events, and resource scarcity will exacerbate existing tensions and lead to new security challenges. Countries will need to adopt climate adaptation strategies to safeguard maritime assets, particularly in low-lying coastal areas and island nations. 5. Maritime domain awareness and non-traditional threats. As maritime crimes such as piracy, illegal fishing, and smuggling persist, nations will enhance maritime domain awareness through intelligence sharing and joint operations. Non-traditional threats, including human trafficking and cyber-criminal activities, will necessitate collaborative efforts to maintain security in the region. 6. Navigating complex security dynamics. The Indo-Pacific region will face complex security challenges, including unresolved territorial disputes and geopolitical rivalries. The potential for miscalculations and unintended escalations will increase, highlighting the need for diplomatic channels and confidence-building measures to manage tensions effectively. 7. Economic implications and trade routes. The strategic significance of maritime trade routes will remain a focal point for economic stability. Control over critical chokepoints such as the Strait of Malacca will be essential for maintaining trade flows. Disruptions due to geopolitical tensions could impact global supply chains, necessitating a coordinated response from affected nations. 8. Regional cooperation mechanisms. Multilateral frameworks will play a vital role in addressing shared security concerns. Platforms like ASEAN-led initiatives and the Shangri-La Dialogue will facilitate dialogue among nations, promoting collaboration on maritime security issues. Enhanced cooperation on humanitarian assistance and disaster response will also become essential as climate change impacts intensify. Conclusion: the projected increase in naval power projection capabilities by 2025 signals a transformative phase for the Indo-Pacific region. As countries navigate the complexities of heightened competition and evolving security challenges, fostering cooperation and adapting to emerging threats will be crucial for ensuring stability and safeguarding maritime interests. The interplay of traditional naval power dynamics with non-traditional security challenges, environmental considerations, and technological advancements will shape the future maritime landscape in the Indo-Pacific through 2040 and beyond.